How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Off the Top with Eric Paris and Red. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight, as always, are
Your boy P.
And your boy Red.
what's up, fellas? What's up, fellas?
What's the motherfucking deal?
What's going
Busy
on? What's
week.
going on?
Yeah, a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about is kind of stuff a little Eminem news. The numbers are in. Uh, Probably the most breaking news is stuff that we were talking about past couple weeks with the whole presidential election. So we're going to kick it off with there right away. So, again, it's kind of like breaking news. Uh, President Joe Biden announced that he is not going to run for reelection. He posted a lengthy statement on his social media, basically thanking the American people for riding with him this whole time. But he pretty much said he's doing it because we know this. Over the weeks, there's been a lot of public discourse on TV, news, some politicians themselves saying he's too old, he's incoherent, and it's not going to help anybody if he continues to, limp towards the ballot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he backed out, and shortly after that, he announced that he is endorsing Kamala Harris, his current vice president, as which is the right move because if he doesn't endorse her, then all that money that they've raised so far would go poof, it would disappear.
Yeah.
But because she's back on the ticket and she's going to pick a VP herself, she has access to those funds. So a lot of the stuff going forward with that, too early to tell. Like we'll see how the right reacts to it. We'll see if the left think this is a good move or not. But yeah, that is the breaking news.
First black African American woman president.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Let me say that.
for sure.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
So what do you guys?
You see the blue in the background?
What do you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the big thing right now that people are going to be talking about, and it's until they say it themselves, but you're going to be hearing a lot of people saying, "Okay, who is her potential running mate? Who is she going to pick for her vice president?" And that's going to be something that people are going to be debating for a long time. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long because we are running
Bernie
close.
Sanders. He want to be the main thing, but that ain't happening.
Yeah, he's too old.
If he was in this bitch, bro, no cap. The whole world gonna be a Demi.
Yeah,
you know.
Bernie was my dude.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's interesting times. There was a statement that Trump released, basically saying, honestly, I kind of expected. There was this whole narrative that after the shooting that he was going to be more of his tone shifted. He was going to be having more of a unifying kind of tone moving forward. But as soon as it was announced that Biden was dropping out, he kind of went on his Truth Social social media platform and was basically saying like, Biden's basically kicking when he was down. Biden's too old. It was good that he dropped out. He was unfit to be president right now. So again, we'll see how this accumulates forward. But yeah, right now it just dropped. There's going to be a lot of people talking about their reactions, and then we'll get going to see who's going to be the running mate moving past it.
Yeah.
I know this past election, I was hype as hell when Kamala was voted in as the VP when Biden took over. I was really excited about that because you don't see nothing like that. Like the first lady,
right,
or however you say it, for the VP, like that's like monumental. And for her to have a chance to become the first woman president, that would be very, very historic.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's been a long time coming. I think in our lifetime we've kind of had that shift where, I mean, Hillary Clinton was the first one, but she had her issues. She was unlikable. But you've seen a lot of female leaders in, like, I don't want to say the presidential level, but like the government level, like even here in Michigan with like Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer is super popular, and
big Gretchen is bitch. Stop playing with her.
Yeah, but then you have people like Cori Bush, then you have Stacey Abrams. There's a lot of female women in power that 20 years ago you wouldn't, but now it's like, yeah, I could see them as president. Like they definitely do bring something to the table, and like it's not an unthinkable idea like it was 20, 30 years ago. But yeah, it's cool to see. I'm, as someone that was riding with Democrats no matter what, I do like that Biden dropped out. He looked rough. I mean, there's no denying that.
Yeah.
So hopefully whoever comes in, hits the ground running with Kamala. But yeah,
Mm-hmm. I want to
moving
know
on.
what turns you.
Yeah, did you guys hear about the outage that happened last week?
Oh, the IT shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the world
Man,
went down.
I was ready to leave my fucking job so damn fast. I'm like, look, systems don't work, y'all. Can we go home? Hey, fuck no. Get that money. I'm like, all right, bro.
So like we're like
Fuck it.
so hold on, how did it affect your job? Like were the computers
So
down and everything?
yeah, like OT Pro, Storeforce, and a couple other apps was just non-existent at all. You feel
Mm.
me? So I was like, yeah, we can't clock in, we can't ring up, we can't do this. Which one is to do? Cash only signs. I'm like, bitch,
Oh.
I'm ready, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking with everybody. Bro, I thought somebody hacked my bank. I didn't know. I didn't even know the IT thing hit until I tried to use my bank, like
Mm.
to make sure my money was there. And everybody started letting me know, like, oh my god, this down, this down, this down, this down. I'm like, look, as long as my card is swiped, I'm good to go. But at our store, we couldn't even accept cards, so we just was like, fuck it for like 3 hours. And after that, we was back to, we was back green.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
know it
the
affected hospital
Oh
computers
damn.
too.
oh it
Oh
did.
yeah.
Yeah, my wife she works nights and she said that they had to put all the patients' vitals in by hand.
Mm.
Ooh, that's painful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would suck. Yeah, I think the first like sign of it going down, I think it was UP that you were like, Xbox Live is down, and I
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
like,
the day before you did say that shit.
yeah, it was literally the night before, and then you saw as the time went on and more stuff was shutting down, people were shitting on Microsoft, saying Microsoft fucked this up, like their servers are down
Mhm.
for everything.
hmm
And then it's actually this other company. I'm trying to get the name of it.
yeah. I know. I was fucking paranoid. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I was able to create a whole brand new like side account with other emails, and I was like, "Hold on, why the fuck my main account that got all my
Ain't
shit on
working
it
if
ain't
this
working?"
working.
And
Yeah.
I thought my shit got. I don't think it was hacked, but I thought I got banned. I was like, "Hold the
Mm-hmm.
fuck up," because like when you go to sign in on Xbox app, it would just froze. But if
right.
I was to like delete the app and then turn it back on, I could start a whole new profile.
Damn. So what I need you to do, bro, is when we get on Call of Duty anytime in the future, use that profile so you will have low ass stats, low ass numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We get in these dog ass lobbies and
I
tear them
can't play the
up.
game. It's not under my
Oh
main account.
yeah,
My main account is the Microsoft or the Xbox Game Pass
yeah.
on my main account.
He would have to like
Oh.
buy it again, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
that's
funny.
crazy.
I
that's
knew.
why. That's why I was fucking like, what the fuck,
Yeah, I
I know.
got you,
I
bro.
know you must have been salty if like you got banned, and then this dude saying all the
right,
shit that he does doesn't
bro?
get
I was like,
touched.
they link me up with him. It's like I ain't get no notification of Xbox jail. Like,
Yeah.
hold on, I don't be
Like
saying nothing. I be
what the
muted.
fuck did I do?
I do be on some shit though. That's the exact line he need to use. What the fuck
uh,
they say fuck 50 for?
yeah. So
Bro,
Yeah.
the
stressing.
company was called CrowdStrike. That was the big update that failed and shut everything down.
Crowd strike.
Yeah, if I remember, I think their stock went down like 15% after this happened. Like they're going. It would not surprise me if this company doesn't get like a major fine because they are responsible for not dropping the ball and they dropped it hard. Um,
hmm
Now,
Mm.
my connection with like how this is going down, like with you with your Xbox and you with work, my sister was flying that night. She visited my other sister in Seattle, and she
Ooh.
was flying from Seattle to Minneapolis. So she had a layover, I want to say in Denver. So she was in
Okay.
Denver, and then it was taking a really long time to board. And then they had trouble. They scan your boarding pass for you to get on the plane. They had to do
hmm
Yeah.
that manually. So you had to go in there and tell them what seat number you had and your name. And then while they were in the
First
plane,
class
while they were in the
everywhere.
plane, it took them a long time for them to do the switching of the shifts of the new stewardesses that were coming on. So she didn't finally get into the air. It was supposed to be at like I want to say 10 or 11 o'clock. She didn't get to the air till it was like 2:30 in the morning. So
Mm.
she landed, and then she went to go get her rental car. It was already closed at 2:30 in the morning, so she couldn't get her rental.
Mm-hmm.
Got an Uber to go to the hotel, and there's a sign on the window of the hotel basically saying, "We're sorry if you booked reservations, but we have no idea what rooms are available and which ones aren't. So you're kind of SOL." So like my sister basically like threatened to sleep in the lobby until they found her fucking room. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were
for
there
sure.
was only like 6 rooms available, but the thing is, like, we were like, we'll go to a different hotel. All of the hotels in the area were dealing with that
Exactly.
same issue. So it was like, wow. Like, and now you're seeing still some of these airports are still struggling trying to get people where they need to be. It's
Today?
still, yeah, people are still having trouble getting
Damn.
to where they need to be.
That's fucked
Hmm.
up. Get your
Yeah.
shit
And
together,
then air traffic control, like
strike.
those two airplanes that almost crashed in the air. I mean, it ain't had nothing to do with the outage, but did y'all see
Okay.
that? The American Airlines and
Yeah.
another plane they almost hit. Like one was flying off the airway.
Yeah. Yeah. A
I
lot of
ain't know
touch
nothing
and
about
go.
that.
Yeah. They basically told all the planes that were in the air to like stay in the air until we figure this out. And then you had some of them that were like,
You're
what the
Mm,
like,
fuck?
hold on, boy, I'm out of fuel. What you mean, stay there? You
man,
better stay
Yeah.
on faith, boy. Like,
Yeah.
bro.
But like it had all the makings of like a disaster movie. Like, can you imagine
Yeah.
like that you're the
man.
protagonist
What,
in that disaster film if like all the planes are grounded? Like the
bro?
last time
I
that's happened was
remember
9/11, but
what movie was that? When it was showing all the helicopters crashing down, was that it had
there's been a
what the
bunch of
fuck is
them.
it? It's a wrestler. What's his name?
Was it John Cena?
Uh Batista.
That
Cabin in
sounds
the
like it.
Woods. Cabin in the Woods.
Oh yeah,
Oh, is
No,
that
it's
in
not.
there?
That's not. Is that Cabin in the Woods
yeah.
or Knock at a Cabin?
Knock at the
I know
Cabin,
what
I
he's talking
think.
about. Yeah, he was trying
Yeah,
to kill that kid
yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
said that if we don't kill you, it'd be a whole apocalypse.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
prophecy.
one of three of y'all had to die type shit. And then
Yeah.
Okay.
there was one part where of course, tornadoes happen, natural disasters, fires everywhere, and then all the electronics went out and helicopters, planes was just boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, just blowing the fuck up.
Bro,
That's kind of what I thought would have happened.
the premise of
I'm
that
glad it didn't
movie,
though.
the premise of that movie was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, hold on, you got some
Yeah.
random ass people that's coming up to my shit talking about you got to kill my daughter. Like, hold on.
No,
Like,
it
what
was
do you
one of you
mean?
three. One of y'all got to get together and willfully decide which one of y'all
But
about to
still,
die
like
right now.
you still had the option of my daughter dying. Like, what you mean? And
Man,
then
and that
my significant other, like, hold on, like, what do you
yeah,
mean?
and all three of them was all strangers until that time. You feel me?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
all just happened to be there. Yeah.
Damn, that's
That is a weird.
tough.
M Night Shyamalan is good at doing those like head scratchers that they're
Yeah,
really unlikely, but at the same time you're like, ooh, that is some wild ass shit though.
So how would y'all
like,
feel if that? I mean, obviously we gonna fight for it. Hold on. You said what? I'm shooting. It's no questions asked.
I feel
But
like
the world ends though.
yeah, I feel like a little.
fuck everybody. Like, what you mean?
I might be an outlier in this one, but I feel like if three guys come into a cabin and like I can't fight against them, and they're like everyone in this cabin that you're associated with is going to die, so we can prevent the apocalypse.
Hmm.
If they say we have to pick one person, okay. I got a shot here, like that goes
Okay.
up a little bit, like morale, a tiny
Mm.
bit for me. If it was everybody,
Really?
I'd be like, okay, fuck it, I guess, But if I might have to, use some poison tongue and get these people to believe that I'm the one that they should not kill.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Because
but the thing was
like
us
Mark
three.
over there was drinking all the beer, you guys. Don't forget that.
But
Self-preservation.
yeah, but still, Mark also had to agree to say yes, kill me.
Yeah.
They all had to agree. And I
Yeah, that's
think at the end of
wild.
the day, we just not about to do it. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna be looking like, look, if we save P, I get it. He has a wife and kid. And I'd be all right, so let's take P out the situation, right?
Oh,
And
you're
we'll be
putting
looking
us
at
in
it
the
like,
cabin? Okay.
yeah. I'd be like, E, so what do you have to bring to the table? Like, what do you tell me why you should live, sir? You know?
I'm
He
saying
It's
fuck.
obviously
a good
have a
point.
I
Good
say
child.
point.
fuck the world shit. If I gotta
Fuck
go down, we all
the-
going down. Fuck it. What you
Yeah.
mean?
I'm not gonna lie. If it falls on me, even though I just had the whole plan to pick who's gonna get, gone, I, I ain't accepting that, y'all. Come on, we gotta fight now.
Yeah.
We gotta
Hell
fight
yeah.
because ain't no way.
Shit, we gonna be like, damn, how many planes gonna fall down in this bitch? we gonna
You
be,
feel?
we
Yeah.
gonna count this motherfucker. Like, hold on.
Yeah. At that
Oh
point,
Stay
you're
shit, it's a
safe.
doing.
tornado to the south. Shit,
Yeah. At that
it's
point,
gonna have
you're
to be a
doing that
natural
shit.
disaster. Take my ass out. Fuck that.
Yeah, at that point you're doing that shit like where you're drawing straws. Like whoever gets the short
Yeah,
straw, sorry, you gotta throw yourself
As
into the
soon as I
sharks.
get the short straw, it's going to somebody's neck. Bop! Right there. With the
man,
quickness.
bro. And then the way they
Uh,
had to die wasn't like a peaceful sleep. You feel me? They
Yeah.
came in that
I
bitch
never
with
saw it.
like,
How did it go?
oh
Machetes and
yes,
gun,
bro.
an
Oh,
They
axe.
came in that bitch with they all three of them had like pitchforks with axes attached to it and balls and chains. You about to get hurt
yeah,
before you go away.
yeah.
Hmm.
Nah, don't do that
Dominican
to me, bro.
style.
Damn, man, over there in Rio.
That
Yeah,
was a hell of a movie, I'll tell you that.
It
damn.
was though. It was. Moving on.
Yeah,
That was my first time saying that.
you said it
Oh,
last
I'm so
week.
happy.
Let's talk about Eminem. The numbers
Yeah,
are in after his latest
he screwed up.
release, "Death of Some Shady Coup de Grace," and he
Mm-hmm.
achieves his 11th number one on Billboard Top 200,
Tough.
beating Taylor Swift's reign. She had like
Finally, fuck her.
she had one more week to go before she would have was it Stevie Wonder's milestone, I believe. Um,
Yes.
but Eminem dethrones her in
Good.
only
Good.
two versions of the album, whereas she's got like 35. Like
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah. So what are you guys' thoughts? Like, do you think this solidifies Eminem's place? Do you think it was low? Do you think he should have had more sales? Because I want to
I
say the
said it
final
was gonna be the
number.
album of the year. I mean, just
Yeah.
off my first listen before I got any influencers' opinions
Mm,
on it, and before the normals, I just knew this shit hit different. Like out of all the shit
Yeah.
we've been listening to since Revival, Kamikaze, I did like Kamikaze and what's the one to be murdered by? Nice to music to be murdered by.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that album. I had a couple songs, but since Recovery or Revival, this was the best to me. This was the best album that he had. Like, no, like case closed. Like it
Mm,
was top three album of all
Mm-hmm.
time for him.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like he gonna go diamond. You know, most of his albums go diamond or triple diamond or some
Oh
shit
yeah, this going
over
diamond for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want
If
to
yeah.
not, it's a
say
lot of haters if it don't.
I want to say
But it was good.
Recovery just went diamond like 3 days ago. Like shortly after
See?
like this all went down, I think Recovery officially went diamond.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this had 281,000 units sold. 114,000 is pure sales. So
Well,
114, those are actual like physical, or they bought the actual album, digital album. Whereas
mhm.
the 200, the other of the 281 are basically accumulation from streaming. So
Yeah.
like YouTube,
And you know what's crazy,
Spotify.
bro? Motherfucking streaming, what it don't count as nothing when you view it, right?
Uh,
Like
they're
how
like
many
they're like a percentage of an actual purchase. So like you have to listen to it a bunch to actually,
exactly.
yeah, yeah,
So it really was when you want to count if they ever counted how many times a song was streamed, that shit to go through the roof, bro.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm fucking with this album.
this was a good album. And then
Yeah.
the segue to it was that it was another fan theory that said that originally the first playthrough it was Marshall killing Slim Shady, and
Mm,
then they came up with the idea, oh well, based on the name of the tracks, if you was to listen to it in reverse, it was Slim Shady taking over. And for the people that don't know, it's a guy on YouTube named Crypt. He had the best explanation of it. I'm not gonna try to explain it; it was too fucking much. But he had the explanation. His name is Crypt, Cryp. Something. He spelled it a different way. But anyway, he had the best explanation of it. And if you actually go and listen to it, like the song Renaissance, how he spit on the grave when you hear him like shoveling and shit, and you hear the little thunderstorm. That is the last song of that reverse. So it was literally him.
The burial.
right,
Yeah,
right.
the burial of Slim Shady
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
or
dope.
Marshall.
yeah.
That's dope.
And
They,
then when it came to the skits and him listening, when he was calling his name Paul,
yeah, Paul
if
Rosenberg.
you listen in reverse, you know how Slim Shady laughed at the end of that phone call and shit like that. It just makes so much sense when you listen to it in reverse, which I did. Oh my god, it was masterful.
Now, did you like it more
Masterful.
reversed, or did you like the
Wow.
original?
I like it more in reverse
Oh, okay. All right.
because like I said, I grew up loving Slim Shady. The Marshall shit is where I kind of like steered to the left, but
Yeah,
it's the more mature Marshall post peels. But the sound that we grew up listening to was
Was the
Slim
it
Shady.
was
junkie.
Slim. Yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's what touched my heart. The
Because we
was
all junkies. Just tell it what it is. Say no.
was Marshall Matters LP, was he still on drugs then, or
No,
that
no,
when
no,
he's
no. The
was that
LP.
afterwards?
Well, no, no, no. Marshall Mathers LP1, the first one, was before he was doing the drugs. Marshall Mathers LP2 was after he was no longer on drugs.
Yeah,
So
so you can hear the tone change, and that's another subtle thing that's in this album. Like it's certain song, I can't remember the songs by heart. I should have wrote it down, but it's certain songs where you can hear his voice change going back and forth, so you can tell it's Slim Shady talking to Marshall, but it's subtle. Like it's a split personality disorder.
yeah,
But when you listen to somebody else who actually took hours trying to decipher that shit, dog, it makes way more sense, man. Like that shit was.
Mm,
I already loved it before. I love it even better now. Listening
okay.
in reverse.
yeah.
Bet I'll try it again tonight.
That's something that I like. I wish Genius did. When you look at the lyrics on Genius, it just says Eminem. And I was like, ooh, I really wish that someone would took the time and switched Eminem, Slim Shady,
Yeah.
so you know which one's talking.
Ah, yeah, that'd have been dope.
Yeah, but that's something that I think is a credit to Eminem is, and maybe his fan base too, is after he releases something in the weeks after, people are still finding nuggets of
Breaking that bitch down.
something that makes, like the one that I saw that I was like, oh shit, like that is such a fucking small detail, but it is huge. And it's when Eminem is rapping to Slim Shady, he says like you're full of shit like Miralax, and Slim Shady gives an ad lib like what? But if you look at the time, Miralax didn't exist when the Slim Shady persona was rapping.
So
Oh,
that's
so
why
he
you
was
said it.
lost.
Yeah, so he was
Yeah.
like, what's Miralax?
Dog,
It,
that's like fourth
That's
such a small
dimensional.
crazy.
thing. Yeah.
Yes, that's
Wall
fourth
breaking type of
dimensional shit.
shit.
Yes.
I just like Eminem
That's smart.
in the making of this album was like, when did Miralax start getting made?
That lets you know when it comes to artistry, like when it comes to intellectual people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Eminem, and when they rap to the casual listener, such as me, just listen to it straightforward. I'm like, oh, okay. But then when you get intellectual motherfuckers like, oh, you ain't catch that
Hmm.
double, triple, quadruple, quintuple entendre, and then I re-listen to it, I'm like, you get more respect for them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how I feel. It's like, oh my god, like that was that commercial, how it feels to chew five gum. You just had
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
rush. I'm
When
like,
their
oh my,
eyes open up. Bro, I'm
yeah,
not. Wait, I ain't gonna lie, right? This girl came into my store. Now that you say that shit, she was like fucking 16, bro. Her pupils was big as her fucking eyeball, dilated as shit. And
oh
I'm
yeah.
thinking like, oh, this is a older woman. She was like, oh no, I need my mom to come in. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I'm 16 or 17, one of the two. And I'm like, yo, mom, do your mama know what the fuck you doing right now?
I don't think she was
Pupils.
I don't think she was chewing five gum, James.
No. No, she was on some other shit, bro.
I think she was on drugs.
Heavy drugs, something, bro. She was acting
Opiates.
really normal though, but her eyes, boom, and they was really green. You can tell by the very outside of it,
Oh.
but they was wide the fuck open. I was like,
Oh.
"What are you doing?"
Well, no, I was gonna suggest like maybe she got her eyes dilated at an eye doctor's appointment.
Where them glasses at then?
They don't always give you glasses; they give you those
She
little
can see the
plastic
future
things.
with them motherfuckers. God damn.
Man,
Yeah. Well, no, who
2020
was it?
hindsight.
No, there's a musician, David Bowie. He got in like a bar fight when he was a kid, and he got punched in the eye, and
Mm-hmm.
his left eye, I think, was permanently dilated after that.
Mm.
So I mean, it
Damn.
happens. Yeah.
That probably gotta hurt. Like the
So
strain.
don't that mean
Bright
his
light.
eyes are really sensitive to light? Like really
Yeah, that's what I was
sensitive?
gonna say. It probably
Yeah.
gotta hurt.
Yeah.
It's like a lens on a camera. It just lets more light in. Yeah.
Ah, the
But
photographer.
anyway, y'all listen to
Video.
Eminem in reverse and forward. Get them shits up to Pink Diamond if you could. That's a NBA 2K reference. But anyway,
Look how close he got to the mic.
Do,
yeah,
do you
I
dog.
really mean this, y'all.
do you
I
guys
mean
think
this.
do you guys think there's going to be another? I think there's going to be another version of the album, like a
I
deluxe.
I think I said
Uh,
that someone the fan they said it's gonna be a side. They said if you listen to reverse, that is the side B. But I think it's gonna be even more Slim Shady. At least I would hope.
a
But
few
they
more
say if you
tracks.
listen to reverse, then they said the side B, or it could be another album where it's a double album where you can listen to a reverse and forward. Where if you listen to reverse, it would be the continuation of Slim taking over versus, and then it'd be another album where it's the continuation of Shady or Marshall post Slim,
Right.
depending on how you listen to it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's just another fan theory, but man, dog, it'll have to wait until like, damn, summertime is the best time to drop them shit. So we probably won't get it for another 6 months, 7, 8 months.
You think it's gonna be wintertime?
I would, I mean, it's slow in the wintertime, but I don't know. I don't think it'd be popping in the winter.
You don't think
I,
you're gonna do a Taylor Swift and just drop another one in 2 months and another week and
I would
another one?
love that based on that Kendrick Lamar Drake feud. They know that shit. People be eating that shit up alive. Like the
Yeah.
consistently how fast shit was dropping.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
People attention spans. They want that shit instant ramen.
Yeah.
We can't wait for
Instant
that shit.
ramen.
Ain't nothing.
Mm.
But
Okay.
man,
Yeah.
that mean he was a madman for them 4 years.
What do you mean?
If he was to drop that shit.
Mm,
We need it.
But did
And
y'all
yeah.
listen to those
you
two
from
extra
the city?
songs?
Come on, drop that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't listening to nothing new yet. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, it was
Well,
the
are you
one
talking
with
about the one with the new skit or the just the two songs?
I don't think I listened to the new skit, but it was the two new songs, the Kyrie and Luca, and I forgot the other name of the other one.
Yeah, I listen to them.
How you
Um,
feel about me?
yeah,
They're okay. I mean, like, there was songs on the album that I liked more. But I mean, I'm not gonna say no to more Eminem music. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, the Kyrie and Luca one with what is it? 2 Chains. Um, I didn't really care for that one. It's kind of like one of the old school type battle rap music ish
Right.
type shits. Long-winded saying of 2 Chains, he said too much shit. Like, he could have been like a 30-second verse. Like he took over the whole song, and then like Eminem came like the last 45 seconds or some shit.
Right.
It was basically 2 Chain songs at that point. But I can't think of the other name of that other song. But that shit was. I like that one. That should have been on the main album.
Mm.
What was that song called?
It was something shit. Listen to my shit. I think that's the name of it.
Listen to my shit. Okay.
Ain't that's the name of it? E?
It is like my shit,
Yeah, like my shit.
Like my shit.
featuring 15 after.
That song should have been on the album. I don't know where it wouldn't have fit with his like story, but that shit
Yeah.
was good.
Let's finish this up before we get to the movie with talking about the tragedy that happened with the Minnesota Vikings. We were talking about this a little bit before the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But Vikings rookie cornerback Kyrie Jackson, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, was killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. There was
Mm.
a there was two others in the car that was killed with him, and that is, thoughts and prayers go with the family. That's,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you get to that point as someone that's been working for a goal to get drafted in the NFL, and then when you get it, you can't even hit the field, because something so dumb and senseless happened. Um,
Yeah.
but the big kind of what the fuck about this is just like a week later, Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison was arrested on Friday for suspicion of a DUI. I want to say he was in one of the lanes and his car was going like 15 miles an hour on the highway. Like you're
15?
15, yeah. Like he wasn't
Oh, he
speeding.
was gone.
Yeah.
He was gone.
But it's like your teammate just died
Yeah.
from a drunk driver.
Yeah.
Why do you feel the need to
Do
nah,
the
I'm
same
I'm
shit.
still gonna go out and drive. Like it's not, it doesn't affect me. Like yeah.
Yeah. Tough situation. Like we was talking about, like y'all got all the money in the world. You could just take a Uber, get a personal driver, personal chauffeur.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, pay him 1,000 a week. Anybody would take that fucking job.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then the weird part is, you know how when, like E, you just said, when people pass away, you know how everybody get this heightened sense of, responsibility, accountability, like let's just not do this type of shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he do this shit like right after that? Like, where the
Yeah.
fuck was his antennas, bro? Like, I would have been like, you know what? Let me lay off this drinking because if this happened to him, I don't want this to happen to another person or myself again. You feel me? So let me just focus up. No, he was
Yeah.
doing some bullshit, bro.
Yeah. It's
They say that's sickness. Slash addiction. Obviously, it's an addiction, but they say it's a sickness. It's just some people don't see it until it's too late.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Hopefully,
know,
this is a wake up call to Jordan Addison.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he gets the help he
Yeah.
needs to, kick it. You know,
Get your shit together, bro.
but yeah, to me it was incredibly unfortunate to hear that story of
Mm-hmm.
this
shit. We
kid,
got nah,
big blue eyes wanting to do it, and then
yeah.
just
Shit, I feel say shit from personal experience, not with me, but family members in my family. They be losing cars left and right, and we be looking like, how the hell are you still here? You know,
Yeah.
mm,
uh,
Crazy accidents back to back.
dog.
damn,
Like I still got pictures of that particular person sent me pictures like, oh yeah, my car gone. He's like, oh what happened? Well, I was drinking. He was like, oh really? Hmm. And then it's
Slow
like
down on that shit, bro.
you
yeah,
never learn. And then it's like no
Mm-hmm.
matter how many times you tell that individual, stuck in their ways. I mean, you made it this
Yeah.
far in life. I guess you think you iron person, but
Cause I had to tell that same person too, that same shit, bro. And I feel like it went on deaf ears, you know. It's like I've been living the same way so long, ain't nothing about to get to me now. And we are on the side that's seeing it. So I don't want
mhm,
to say we're preparing ourselves for it to happen, but at the same time, we trying to prevent it from happening. You feel
right,
me?
mhm.
But it's fucked up because I don't want to say it's nothing but a matter of time, but
I mean,
yeah.
it is
At a certain point,
unfortunately.
yeah,
you're just waiting for that call of
yeah.
yeah,
Of
like I'm not surprised,
and it's still gonna hit you deep, but it's gonna
yeah,
say, "Damn, bro."
yeah,
Because I had a cousin where she was driving extremely crazy. You feel me? All the time, and I said it too. I called it years, but her first year driving, I said, I don't want to say this, y'all, but she gonna pass in the car because she drive too wild.
mm,
And 2 years later, speeding 90, wide turn, flipped it, and no seatbelt, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
This type of person that do 70 doing makeup. You feel me? And I'm
oof,
like, just pay attention a little bit for me, bro.
yeah,
Oh no, I'm good. I'm a good driver. Laugh it off. I'm like, please. I ain't never been in an accident. I ain't never get a ticket. I ain't never get this. And you ain't never get all that. And it went straight to that, bro, at the end. Like, bro, no, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, listen to people that care for you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know what you doing is wrong. Like every now and then I gotta put my phone down. I drive with that bitch like this. And I be like, damn, put this bitch down, bro. I can't
mm,
keep doing this.
yeah, I was just
You
gonna
know?
say, dog, is cell phones is a hell of a habit to break. Like when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to social media, it's like you attached to the hip. Like if you, it's really been situations where you would leave the house, just going to the grocery store, and then you like you touch you do your little three tap pat pop 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 keys wallet up. This is the phone.
yeah,
Like, you literally about to walk in the grocery store and say fuck it. Let me go ahead and go back and get my phone.
Door.
You say fuck
yeah,
the whole grocery store, then make it back home. Like shit, I ain't about to make that drive again, and then
yeah,
Yeah.
miss the whole grocery trip. Like these cell phones is
Uh-huh.
something else. And to add to that situation that you was talking about, it's like when you give out information and they've been doing it for so long, people take it as an attack.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
You
like a
judging
personal
me.
attack. Yeah, it's a judge. Instead of you seeing like the foresight, hey, from experience, we seen this shit. Like we're old enough to seen shit come and go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Listen to me, especially if you talk to them in a respectful manner, not
Mm-hmm.
talk like we know how to talk to folks.
Facts, facts.
And it's just one of those things where everybody around you like, why did nobody say that? I hate that with a passion. Like,
yeah,
do not
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
say why did not nobody
yeah,
Because
when
we've
you
been doing this,
literally
bro.
when you was probably the person that told them to. Like, don't say why don't
Exactly.
nobody else help. We all are close knit family and family or friends. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people in their inner circle that told them the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a sad situation where you just hope the prolonged end is further than closer.
yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, knock on wood on that shit.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That
no
that that
drinking and driving, man.
yeah. I mean, but what we were just talking about, like that applies to more than just drink driving. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that applies to just
Opioids.
destructive behavior in general.
Yeah.
You know, like drinking, any sort of addiction. You know, like it's,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
been
it
times I
sucks.
drove home from work and I would zone out, knowing I'm looking at my phone, and then find out that I'm at home. Like my
Mm-hmm.
autopilot is like good God tier
Yeah,
to me, but it's like, damn, I was reading this whole text and I found out I'm at a red light. Like, okay, I stopped, and then you keep going, make halfway home. Like, damn, did I stop at any lights, any stop sign? Like,
yeah,
how the fuck ain't no car hit me at this point? But
yeah,
yeah,
right.
we gotta be better ourselves too. So
Yeah, those
For
lulls
sure.
scared the hell out of me. Like what you said, when you go into autopilot and you're just like, and you're like, whoa,
yeah,
like,
we're driving for so long, you just
yeah.
lose focus until something jump
Mm-hmm.
out at you, and then that's when you like zone in.
This happened to
Yeah.
me one time where I was at a red light. I was behind the first car in the lane, and he went on a red, and I followed him because I was like, that's what you do. And then
Autopilot was
I was like,
go.
oh, what the fuck are we doing? Thankfully, it was like at 6 in the morning, like not a lot of traffic
Yeah.
at all. But I was like, me and the dude must have both been like, oh, what the fuck are we doing? You know, like
Yeah.
Just
Hey, that's
we just
going.
Detroit in general. They don't
we
give a
just get
fuck.
stuck.
It could be it could be peak hours. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I remember one time James had came up and visited when I was staying at the apartment. He was like, "Oh, y'all actually." He was like, "Why you stop?"
Those aren't suggestions.
It was I was going into the turning lane. He was like, "Why you stop?" I
Puzzle,
was like,
bro.
"What you mean? What you
Just
mean?
go.
Why I
Just go.
stop?" No, red
Man.
as hell. What you mean? Why you stop? This ain't stop. This ain't stop optional.
You feel me?
Uh,
This is a pause and go. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Man.
what you mean?
Yeah.
He was dead ass serious. That was like sober as hell. It was just dead ass serious.
Bro, because you got to think about it. It's so many blocks over here where, not gonna lie, like it's a railroad track on Wyoming and Grand River. And that railroad track, everybody just run it, no matter what. It got a red light before the railroad track. You just run it. Nobody don't care. You know what I'm saying? And when a motherfucker stop right there, you be like, where the fuck you from, bro? Cause
Yeah, yeah,
you can't be from over here, bro. What you
right.
doing? And then everybody just be, it'd be one car stuck right here, right? And everybody's going around them. And they'd be looking like, what's happening? What's
The fuck are
yeah,
y'all doing?
happening?
yeah.
Yeah.
That
You love
let
your
you know
neighborhood, bro.
they stick out like a sore fucking thumb.
Yeah, you new to the
Rob
city, bro.
they
Stop
ass.
playing with it.
Get
Don't do
they ass. Get they
that.
ass.
No, they be getting
Uh,
cussed out. They be, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Right, they be honking. Dog, that happened to me a few times. It's over here on Brockway, going towards Walmart. It's a right turn that you can do, but it's a red light. But it's not like a right turn where it's immediate like perpendicular. It's like
Mm.
you going straight and then curving to the right, or you basically
Oh,
passing the fucking red light. And I remember it was cars behind me just honking a fucking horn, and I'm looking like, bro, I ain't never came over here before, so I'm gonna stay put. But then I
yeah,
started going as I kept, seeing other people doing it. Like it was it's still technically a right turn,
yeah,
but I was like, fuck all that shit. Especially on my
yeah.
first time, it'd be my first and only time. Police say, "Up, whoop, whoop, whoop,
yeah, yeah,
Do you
get
know
his
what you just did,
ass."
sir? You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Impeding traffic.
You gotta get the layout before you're comfortable
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
breaking the laws that everyone else is. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Now I just
but
run that bitch, red or
yeah,
red or green.
You
I don't
just do
even
a
slow
quick glimpse.
down. Yep.
Go. That's
yeah.
it.
No,
That's
I don't even pause. It's a yield optional. You
it.
just merge.
Dog.
Yeah, moving on. To our summer rewatch of The Room,
Mm,
2003's The Room, directed,
Mm.
written, and starring Tommy Wiseau.
Mm.
Now, the reason why I recommended this one is because we were talking, acrimony, adaptation. That's not the worst movie. This is the worst movie. This is the worst movie. The Room is highly touted as one of the worst movies ever made. There's a whole book about it called The Disaster Artist, about written by Greg Sestero, the blonde guy in the movie. He plays Mark.
mm,
He wrote all the behind the scenes shit, how this movie was made, how much of a disaster it was. I'll get into some of that stuff later. But give you guys a quick little rundown. The story, if you can call it that, It's
Mm.
about a man. It's about a man named Johnny and his best friend Mark, played by Greg Sestero, having kind of a love triangle with Johnny's soon-to-be future
Wife.
wife. I don't say the word fiance because on set, Tommy Wiseau did not want any foreign languages in this film, including the word fiance. So his soon-to-be future wife, Lisa, and there's
Hmm.
conflict. There's their friend who is some for some reason older than the rest of them. Denny is dealing drugs. Gets gun held to his head. Lisa's mom gets cancer, and at the end, Johnny is betrayed because he finds out that Mark and Lisa are having this affair, and he doesn't get the promotion at work, and he kills himself. And credits roll. So, guys, what'd you think?
Bro, when I first watched this shit, I thought this was a soft porn film.
Yeah,
Me
nine
too.
9 minutes in, there's a sex scene. Yeah.
Bro, it was
Yeah.
so many goddamn sex scenes, bro.
Yes.
I'm like, and then like I was cooking dinner. And I was like, all right, sex scene. This shit gonna last like 3 minutes.
Mm-mm.
Then I turn, it's another sex scene. I'm like, god damn, like this a horny motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
this is a freaky motherfucker, bro. They editing was trash.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And
They
then like,
lighting was trash too. I don't mean to interrupt you though, right? It was always in a fucking house, right? It had sun l- colored light, but for some reason the back wall was blue, like it was midnight light,
Mm.
and it'd be like bluish, sun, sun, bluish, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And it had like shades coming in. Oh God,
yeah, they was in a fun house.
yeah.
No, well, no,
But
the reason, well, a behind the scenes thing about like why the lighting was kind of bad is because most films when you're going to make it, you make the choice: do you want to shoot on film, like 35 millimeter actual reel of film, or do you want to film digitally?
Hmm.
Tommy Wiseau, for some reason, wanted to be the first one to film both simultaneously. So he literally built a custom rig that had a digital film and a actual film camera. Uh, so they'd filmed at the same time, and they both required their own camera crew to run it. Like, and he didn't rent them; he bought all the film equipment, which is crazy for your first film endeavor. Like, so if you know about those cameras, analog and digital require different lighting. Like, you can't use the same lighting for both of those cameras. So that's why the lighting is
Oh,
bad. Like it, and in the theatrical, they ended up going with the film, the actual analog camera footage.
mm.
okay.
It just reminded me of like one of those old school sitcoms, but
Yeah.
a movie version of a sitcom, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I was telling James earlier, I was like, it reminded me of Scary Movie, like the Scary Movie, with the Wayne brothers, but only in the aspect of how comical shit was. Where obviously shit
Yes.
wasn't supposed to make sense on purpose. What his was for a purpose.
Yeah.
But Scary Movie, they just parried and everything. So theirs
Yeah.
obviously is for a purpose. But like I said, I just thought the whole premise was a soft porn film, and
Hmm.
I was like, damn, this shit can't end fast enough. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like if like you were saying,
yeah,
bro, they had sex too many times. It was really drawn out.
Yeah.
They was the first sex scene. It looked like he was humping her titties. Like he was way off
Way,
course
way high.
for her
Way high.
body. Yeah. And I'm like, what the
Yeah.
okay. And then, you go 5 words in, another sex scene. He go to the motherfucking flower shop, and it looked like the most drawn out, hard conversation to have with each other. Even though it was a few words, it just looked like nobody wanted to be there. It looked like he was mentally thinking about each line before it happened. The the pacing was bad.
Mm.
It was choppy as shit.
is English that dude's second language? Because it
It
sounded like he
seemed
was
like it.
struggling.
Well, the thing is, he's very much. People tell him all the time, "Oh, you're Eastern European, right?" But he is adamant that he is American, which he is very much not. Like he's like
Mm-mm.
again, this guy's a weird dude. Like no one knows for
Yeah,
sure.
he was off. You can tell like they fight scene towards the end when he was pushing the old dude. Dog, that just reminded me. He pushed old dude, and he like obviously scuttled back, but then like it was a clip of him on his ass.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Mark?
Yeah,
Is that Mark? Like
yeah,
how the dog? He had a Super Saiyan ass pushed in, like
yeah,
delay reaction lag. But
Bro,
yeah.
peep
The
the peep the old girl was pouring tequila, and they had brown in their cup. I was like,
eh,
and then the very next scene, it was back white, and I was
yeah,
like, oh my god,
yeah,
what is happening?
yeah. Continuity is not the
I
forefront of
was
this movie.
I was laughing that whole movie.
Did you guys
It
catch
what?
the like the behind like the you know how Fumi's movies will have like photo frames with like actual pictures of the actors in them. This
Mm-hmm.
one, they just got the frames of like whatever was in them at the store they bought it from. So there's like literal frames in the background with like plastic spoons.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
so at the actual like when they show this movie, it's not uncommon for the fans of the movie that will go to the screenings to throw spoons in the air when they see the frames, right? Like
Mm,
I said, this movie has a cult following. It's because for some people, this is a so bad it's good. This is probably my
yeah.
seventh time watching this, and every time I can't just watch it all the way through. I gotta
Mm.
watch it in like 5 chunks because I'm like, okay,
Damn.
like
Yeah, I was
I
like,
need a
bro,
minute.
like this shit could not end fast enough. I'm looking at the time. I was like, damn, I got a whole hour left. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
And then 45 minutes. Dog, it was like watching this was kind of like watching the TV when you sit in the doctor's office. It was just like, bro, dog, fuck it. I don't need to see the doctor no more. Let's
yeah,
get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, god damn.
yeah. Honestly, in this movie, if there's anyone that deserves any sort of acting praise, it's to me, it's the mother of Lisa,
Yeah,
Claudette.
she was the only one that
Claudette.
was normal.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only one that's giving a decent
Yeah.
performance. And the baristas at that coffee shop, I will say, like the lady behind the counter, it's not a bad performance. The lady in the flower shop, she actually wasn't an actor. She was someone that worked in that flower shop and
Okay.
gives that real, thanks, Johnny. You're my favorite customer. And then
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes of that one, when there's the pug sitting on the counter,
Getting
Mm.
get to them.
Tommy Wiseau was like, "Is this the real deal?" Like asking if it was a real dog or not.
That's tough.
Like, he's such a weird dude.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then he
Yeah.
was breaking the shit at the end of scene. Like that shit was just so dramatic. And then oh,
now,
that shit
Yeah.
hold
pissed me
on,
off. The end of scene. Hold on.
go ahead.
When he killed himself,
Yes.
and then old girl came in. Was like, "Is he dead?
Yeah. Is he okay? Yeah.
Wake up, John!" I was
He shot himself
and
in the
then he turned
mouth.
around saying, "No, I don't want to be." Dog, she was a hoe. Like, hold
Yeah.
on.
Yes, bro. And then
No.
what was the friend name? His name Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, like bro, they was really on some. Oh, what are we doing? No, I can never do this.
Yeah.
Yes, come on, let's do
Yeah.
it. I was
all
like,
within all within 10
Dog,
seconds. Yeah.
she
Damn.
got some unbelievable cooch. If
Shit.
she
Breathe.
she got the cooch out this
Okay.
world because he said no, and then she laid it on him like multiple times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing I can give him a props on was having background music for that shit, because that would have been the most
But it was
awkward.
loud though. It was
Yeah,
loud,
it would have been the most awkward skin slapping ever if he ain't had no
Yeah.
fucking music
bro.
there.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
the sex scenes they were like I agree with you guys. They were very much drawn out, and that's something that's kind of like gotten a lot of ire over the years as more
Mm-hmm.
stuff's kind of come out from them. That actress that plays Lisa, what's her name? Juliette Danielle. This was her first big acting thing, and like the first acting thing that she got paid for. So
Mm,
when the sex scenes happened, it's normal for there to be a closed set. You're not going to have everyone involved with the movie making it.
for
You're
sure, for
just the
sure.
people that need to be
Mm.
there. This was an open set for Tommy Wiseau, so everybody was pretty much there. As far as like how their shooting days would go, he demanded that everybody be on set at 8 o'clock in the morning. on the off chance that, oh, maybe we might have this other character show up in this scene, right? So a lot of the script, the story was kind of made on the fly, where
Hmm.
characters kind of show up just to show up, no real reason for them to be there. So yeah, so the making of those sex scenes were very much open. She didn't know it was going to be like that,
Mm.
and she got a lot of shit. Like I think one behind the scenes moment was like Tommy Wiseau like called her out because she had like acne, like body acne, and he lambasted her in front of everybody. And Greg
I
Sestero
would have left.
was like, "What
I
the
would have
fuck,
left.
dude? Like you don't do that." And so
Yeah.
like a lot of the people are like, give her the credit because she was very professional, very nice through the whole thing. You know, just wanted to get it done. You know,
Yeah.
um,
I know that kid wanted to be in that shit for sure. In the opening scene
Old
where,
boy in the beginning.
dog,
Yeah.
how, I mean, it made sense when they said,
oh,
yeah, he got a key to get in the house. But I was like, how the fuck he just gonna get in and then just
yeah,
gonna chill? And then they about to say, you know, they obviously about to have sex, and then he just gonna hop in the bed and play pillow fight with them,
Bro.
bro.
two is great, but three's a crowd. Yeah,
Dog. He just was looking at him all weird and shit.
yeah. So the character
I'm trying to
Denny,
see some titties too. What you mean?
well, that character Denny is actually older than Lisa and Mark. Like he's actually older than them. And
He looked young.
Tommy Wiseau said that Denny has a mental disability, but it's never said in the movie.
Mm,
Oh.
It's never said in the movie. He just says like, yeah, there's something mentally wrong with Denny.
Because
mm.
when he was in the bed, he did look at him like, get him out. And he just went down the steps. It looked, I don't know if I watched it right, but it looked like he was peeking back in still.
yeah,
And it just switched straight to sex. I'm like, so did he watch?
That was probably
I
the
don't
open
know.
set part. He was like, "Shit, I ain't about to completely leave. I'm trying to see some ass."
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what did you guys think about the use of green screen in the movie? The rooftop scenes.
Oh
Oh, I
shit.
did notice that. Yeah, when
Yeah,
he almost threw dude over the ledge.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's like, "I'm sorry." Like, after he just tried killing him.
Murder, sir.
Uh,
Murder.
yeah. So
It's a
Mm.
anyway,
mosquito over
yeah. So
here.
they shot that green screen. They built that set on a stage or like a lot that they had access to. They
Mm-hmm.
built that 3 times. So they would shoot, tear it down, build it up. Shoot, tear it down, build it up. Because again, with the script, Tommy kept saying, "Oh, we actually have one more scene with that." And that costs more money than it would have been to actually get a permit to film on a rooftop and get the actual San Francisco skyline. So like
Yeah.
again, just another reason why this movie is like the budget is inflated. It cost $6 million to make this movie,
Yeah, yeah.
$8 million
Mm.
adjusted for inflation. But yeah, so here's just some behind the scenes like trivia about this movie. Um,
Talk to me.
Tommy Wiseau submitted this film to Paramount Pictures, hoping that they would be on board to distribute it. Now, normally when you submit a movie to be distributed, it takes about like 2 weeks for them to get back to you. They got back to him in 24 hours.
Mm.
As soon as they got this movie, they were like, absolutely fucking not. The scene in the bathroom where she's trying to get him out after he finds out about the affair, and he says, "In a few minutes, bitch." Apparently, everybody on scene or on the crew was laughing. Tommy Wiseau didn't understand why. Like he, so I think it was when I mentioned this movie last week, one of you guys looked it up and was like, "Oh, the drama comedy." This is
Yeah.
not supposed to be a comedy at all. This is supposed to be
I laughed
100%
my
legit
ass off.
drama. Um and since this has come out, Tommy Wiseau has kind of leaned into, "Oh, it was all intentional. It was always supposed to be a so bad it's good." And it's like, no, like this is 100% serious. You wanted this to be
Yeah.
a cultural revolution, you know?
I feel like
Uh,
he had no knowledge of anything. He just had money and just
yeah.
was throwing it everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing, God.
He just had a thought, and it was like, "Oh, this would be a good scene. Oh, this would be a good scene." This There was
Yeah,
no bump back. There was no script basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like as far as like how they produced this movie, no one knows where they got the budget for it. It all came from Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
But people, he says that he got the money because he was importing leather jackets from South Korea, and that's how he got enough money to scrounge up. There's rumors that he had a lot of money in real estate in the San Francisco, LA area, and that's how he paid for it all. And then there's also a rumor that he came from money
He
like
got
from
to,
his
bro.
family, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, like the for $6 million for your first movie and you're financing it yourself is insane.
Yeah.
And there's actually a billboard um, in California, like a really, it's a big high traffic area in Los Angeles that he bought. He paid for this billboard to be up promoting the movie for 5 years. It cost $300,000. It was $5,000 a month for this billboard.
Mm.
Like he like money was no object to him.
That sounds like family money. Because if you worked hard for that, you're not blowing it like that. That sounds like family money. He was
Yeah, you don't
inheriting some shit.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. He don't appreciate none of that shit. Because that movie was trash for you to promote that bitch for 5 years straight.
Yeah,
And for
good.
him not to see it was trash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like, if you read the disaster artist, there's a lot of people coming at him saying, "Can we change this line a little bit?" And he would keep his foot down. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Um,
looked like his face. Based on his face, just by looking at him, he looked like he have a very strong ego about himself.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Super spoiled. You can never tell me no.
yeah.
My
Like,
way or the highway type shit.
going back to the sex scene, he was adamant about the shot of him getting out of bed, walking naked to the bathroom. He said, "quote I have to show my ass, or this movie won't sell."
This
he
guy.
he did numerous takes of the scene and refused to move on until the crew demanded him to do so. Um,
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the ego. Like, obviously he's in shape, but to have an ego to where you subject your whole cast to have to see that scene. And
yeah,
he probably shot that shit over and over in different angles. Like, oh yeah, this angle,
Mm-hmm.
this angle. Oh,
yeah.
this is you know it's multiple takes of that shit. What was the
Um,
rating of this movie?
on
Was
IMDb.
it a 1
No, no,
or
no, 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 no. Like
1.6?
rated M
Oh,
or
I
R.
want to say it was R. It was R.
Okay, you have to.
Yeah, with the amount of nudity and the
Yeah.
sex scenes. Yeah, I think the second sex scene is actually recycled footage from the first sex scene. That's how long the first sex scene was. That's why
Mm.
when you go back to the second sex
Damn.
scene, like the candles are lit and everything,
Yeah.
because it's reshot from the first one. Um, yeah,
And then, dog, that phone call when old dude was in the car and she had called him. It's like,
I can't. I'm busy
I'm
right
busy.
now. Yeah.
Click, beep. It's like that. Come on, dog.
Well, no, the you know how in the movie he spies on, well, not spies on them, but he like records their phone conversation to find out that she's having an affair. That is
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
something that Tommy Wiseau would actually do. Like, and the disaster artist Greg Sestero said that like he would talk to Tommy all the time because they were in like an acting class before they made the movie.
Mm.
Um, and he found out later on that every conversation they had, Tommy would put him on speaker and would record it on tape. And
Really?
yeah, and Greg was like, "What the fuck? This is weird as hell." Like, they have such a weird dynamic relationship because it almost seems like Tommy Wiseau wants to be like Greg Sestero. Like, he wants to be that American dude with blonde hair, blue eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and he can't. So there's kind of like even though they're best friends in this movie, there is a lot of tension whenever they're on scene together. Like, you can tell like these dudes are kind of hate each other. uh,
Mm.
but yeah, like I could go on forever about this movie. It's not good. The acting is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The writing is god awful. The camera
Mm-hmm.
work is I don't want to shit on it too bad because there was a lot of turnover, a lot of people leaving because they were fed up with Tommy Wiseau. But some of the stuff that is there, it's not terrible. Like, you could tell like there is money in the cameras on some of the scenes, but like unnecessary CGI with the green
Yeah.
screen, bad focus on some of the scenes. Uh, yeah, terrible movie. Let's start with our favorite scenes if there is one. Um, don't all go at once.
Mm.
That's tough.
It was probably the last scene because it was like,
The movie
uh,
was over. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was just the fact that she came out of nowhere. It's like, oh my god, is
Is
he
he dead?
dead? Like, you see all this blood, or like I would have been marked like, bitch, what the fuck you looking at? Obviously they had a budget with brains and shit all over the floor, but
But
come
there would
on,
have been
dog.
there.
Like, and then right before he did that shit, when he threw the fucking tape recorder, you could tell that was a rubber ass recorder because he threw that bitch. It did a
bounced.
cut and it was like boop. Oh, that's when I started crying. Though I was laughing my ass off. I was like, "Oh yeah, this budget ain't that damn expensive." He was like, "No, we gonna replace this bitch with a shoebox." Like, but yeah, that was probably my favorite scene because then the other kid was like, "No, leave us." I was like, what the fuck? His mental challenge, that shit was reset at that point.
Yeah. What about you, James?
I ain't gonna
Where
lie,
is my
bro.
money? Where's
I ain't
my
really,
money?
I ain't really have a favorite
Okay.
scene on here. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Most of the movie, I just was in awe, like what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
But I laughed a lot. I'm not gonna lie. If you labeled this a comedy, I would have went in better. You
Right.
feel
Yeah,
me?
like I said, if you had the mindset that this was like a scary movie-ish
Yeah.
comedy, like
I would
everything
have
ain't
thought
supposed
it's
to
a
make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a Tubi movie where we just having fun, where people are just throwing shit together and just say, "Here, have fun with it." You
This was
feel
a
me?
class project
Yes.
where you had a whole bunch of college kids' ideas into one scene or
Yeah.
And
multiple
you can
scenes.
tell
Yeah.
which one was the leader of the class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wanted to be the main star and do everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a. I get why they say it's terrible on a technical sense. I fully understand. But that movie was funny as shit, though. I'm not gonna lie. It
Right.
was terribly funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get that
That
bitch like a
first
3
opening
though.
scene, it was like cut, 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 cut,
Yeah, it was
cut, cut,
terrible.
cut, cut. It's like them motherfuckers was playing Ninja Gaiden.
Like I even said this, bro. I said this looked like work I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Untrained, I know I can do this work.
Yeah.
You
That,
feel
that's
me?
why that's why I think it's so popular amongst like film students. Like that's where I first saw the movies when I was going to film school. And it
Mhm.
is one that I think anyone that is any level of film school can watch this and be like, "Oh, I can do this. Like
Yes, I said that.
I could make this movie, you know."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is the bar, I could easily go over that bar, you know.
Yeah,
Like I feel like I could get better with time. So I mean it is one that is kind
yeah,
of in a weird way, it's inspiring. Like
yes.
it is kind of like
2 minutes in, I
you
was like,
you can take
"Can I
something
buy
away
me
from
a
it.
screen? I should buy something because
Yeah.
I can make a movie tonight.
Yeah,
I
show
can
you
make
what
one
not
tonight."
to do. Like that's
Yeah.
the blueprint that you just have on your phone. Like, all right, yeah, let's not do 30 cuts in one scene.
Yeah. 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 If I'm gonna give it a favorite scene, I'll give the one on the rooftop that's probably the most iconic is when he goes up there and he goes, "I did not hit her. I did not hit her. She's lying. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark." That is such an
Bro,
that's like the most iconic scene in this movie because
he
it
was high
Yeah.
as hell,
yeah.
bro.
Well, no. Like there, I did want to bring that up because the scene you're talking about, where he's like destroying the house,
Mhm.
he actually was on a bunch of fucking Nyquil and Red Bulls, so he really was out of it for that
He
scene.
could have probably shot
Mm.
himself for real if that was really loaded.
Yeah, and
And
the
knowing them and their budget, it probably was a
a real
bullet in
gun.
there somewhere.
Yeah. Hey man, just bring one of your guns from the closet.
Yeah,
Literally, bro.
yeah, yeah. And then the other scene I would give my favorite, and it's just because the line delivery is so fucking out of nowhere, and they don't expand upon it. It's when Lisa's talking to her mom, and then they're talking about Johnny, and then out of the blue, the mom says, "Well, the test results came back, and it's official. I have breast cancer." And then they never talk about it in the rest of the conversation again.
They just
Yeah.
forgot they even said that shit. That's probably what
It just
happened.
it was filler, bro. That's all it
Yeah.
was. We need to talk about something.
Mm.
All
He
right.
said
So
motherfuckers.
let's go around and give our ratings. One being the worst movie you've ever seen. 5 being one of the best. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be petty and say it was better than the adaptation.
That's wild. That is wild and foul, and I expected it. I expected it. I
I give it
expected it.
2 stars just off of that.
Okay.
Adaptation was terrible, dog. But
James.
yeah,
I, I'm not gonna lie. I will give it.
Two or three out of five. Okay.
It was like a 2.5. I'm not gonna lie.
Oof,
Damn.
that's
I
wild.
I had it was scenes. I had tears in my eyes, bro. Tears from
Well,
laughter.
I mean, like, I'm not going to like chew you guys out for saying that because, like, yeah, there are redeeming qualities. Like I said, it's somewhat inspirational, and if you go into it like laughing at it, it's a completely better experience than going in expecting a full drama. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
um, but yeah, like to me, like I'm gonna give it a. I don't want to say a one because one or two around there, like
Hmm.
1.5 maybe.
Yeah.
It's not good, but like again, like this is a movie that I've seen a bunch. Like it has a oddly close place for all the reasons I listed. Like this was the film
Hmm.
school movie that everyone was talking about. But yeah, I can still say it's a dog shit movie.
Man,
It's not a
Hmm.
good
that was one of them
It
shits
was
that
bad.
movie.
if you had to watch that shit multiple times in film
Oh,
school,
I would
I feel
hate this.
bad.
Mm,
Just
Yeah.
imagine the professor that got to keep watching this shit over and over and over in
Dog.
class.
yeah,
He
well,
got to
like I
be
Can you
a
said,
imagine if you
mentally
failed
insane
that shit?
individual.
well, no, like I said. Wait, what did you
You
say?
can imagine if you fail. You got to do that shit over.
Over. I dropped the fuck out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right, E
Well,
man. I'll see you in chemistry.
yeah,
Okay.
Dog, that
yeah,
shit is hilarious.
yeah. But no, I mean, like my teacher that showed it to me, he definitely was one that was kind of like giddy, like because it is like another hot potato. Like, oh,
Hmm.
you've never heard of The Room? Like, I was excited to tell you guys to watch this because I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, you have no idea what's coming. Like, it is like an inside secret for movie lovers. You know, this is one that you can tell anybody, and not many people have seen it. It is low budget. It's from 2003. Who the fuck is Tommy
Whew.
Wiseau? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is one that you can be like, oh, you think this is bad? Have you heard of The Room? You know,
I wonder what
Hmm.
and
my dad would say because he's a movie fanatic, and I wonder if I just, hey dad, I got a movie for you. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I
Hey
was about to
fans,
say
stay
we should have
tuned. I'm
him
gonna
in.
turn this shit on for my dad. And hey dad, it's
Yeah.
this movie we talked about on my podcast. I think you gonna love it. My dad gonna sit there
Hmm.
like, oh, for real? And
you
I swear to
should
no, I knowing my dad, he'll probably love this movie.
you should
He'll probably hate it,
record
but he'll love it too. He'll be like,
you. I'm
no,
not
he'll
even.
be into the story. Like, oh shit, for real?
I'm not even
She know
kidding.
him. Like just the whole movie itself is terrible. He in the story because my
Yeah.
dad
I'm
watched
not
soap operas, so he'll
okay.
probably just be like, oh,
Oh
this
yeah,
another day in the
Yeah.
yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah, I can see this being like a soap opera.
Bring this movie to date night
Yeah,
with your
I highly
wife.
recommend that you record that. P like
Desiree, she'll be
you
on her phone. She'll be like,
that
man, fuck this shit. Like 2 minutes
that
in,
is money in the bank if you record your dad's reaction to this movie.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna have to do some snippets, and we gonna put it in.
Okay.
all right, but yeah, so that is The Room. Let's get next week's movie for the summer rewatch.
Spin that motherfucker.
Kung Pao was a terrible movie too.
Batman 1989.
Bro,
why,
what the fuck?
why you get depressed?
That old ass movie?
The
89?
the Tim Burton.
Ah,
Yeah,
who the fuck? Which
Who
one
put
of
that
our
in there?
fans requested that?
Because I would love to pick your brain.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. There's a lot of weird names on this list of movies.
Mm.
So yeah, next week will
Damn.
be the 1989's Batman by Tim Burton, and what's that actor's name? That's gonna kill me.
It had to be an old head that did that.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
but yeah,
All right.
yeah, guys. We are good on time. This has been Off the Top with Eric Paris and Red. I'm one of your hosts, Eric, and joining me tonight, as always, were.
Your boy P.
And your boy Red.
All right, y'all. We will catch you guys next time. Gang, gang.
Gang gang.